Hey dude, this is Blasty from News of the Gods here to give you another important tutorial, which is deck building basics. Knowing this will help you increase your winning streak and performance, so let's jump right into it. Before anything, we gotta understand why making a good deck is important, and the best way to understand this is seeing your deck as a tool where it provides you a number of winning conditions. The better the tool is, the more winning conditions you will get. Having a poorly made deck can result in getting a losing streak most of the time, so if your deck is well built or better than your opponent, then you already have half of the battle won. With that aside, let's get to the do's and don'ts. First thing to take into consideration is the amount of spells you can have. The rule of thumb for this is to have 1/5 to 1/7 of the total amount of your deck in spells. This is important because too much spells means less units to deploy, and you're more likely to have a handful of spells. Very few spells will mean that you don't have the necessary tools to back up your units. You want to have 2 spells for each phase, which are early, mid, and late. This way you'll have an answer for every phase of the game. Some of you may be thinking that this is a bad choice because you often find yourself wanting more removal to gain control versus your opponent's constant pressure, but it's actually the opposite. Remember that your units can also deal with your opponent's pressure and gain it back, so your problem might be having fewer units to deploy after impacting the board with your spells. Okay, so let's talk about the tricky part of the deck, which is finding a good balance between early, mid-range, and late game units. And I say tricky because a good balance is dependent on the goal of your deck and matchup. So let's say that you're playing an Egyptian Pantheon, which is late game. Your build's focus will be on that stage of the game. In the state the game is right now, a lot of the builds have 15 to 20 auto-include cards, leaving 5 to 10 flexible slots to hedge. And by hedge I mean including card that targets something specific, be it a Pantheon matchup or if you're looking to combo. Now, units fall under 3 categories. Early, which is 1 to 3 mana units, mid-range being 4 to 6, and late game, which is pretty much 7 and up. For early units, you want to be around the 4 to 6 count. Too much early units and you'll be sacrificing mid or late potential pressure. Few earlies and you're pretty much giving up your early game. For mid units, you got 8 to 12 slots to play with, depending on how many early units you have. So mix it up however you want, but make sure you have at least 2 of each 4, 5, and 6 mana. You always want to have the option to curve drop in any phase of the game. For those who are unaware of the term, curve drop is the ability to play a card that is mana equivalent is the total amount of mana giving on that turn. So if you're playing a Brute or a Blade Master, when you have 7 mana, then you're curve dropping. For late game, 2 or 3 is a fine number, so you don't want to be in a spot where your first hand is full of late game units, so don't have more than that. Now remember that there will be some exceptions where you will include more units from one category and sacrifice from the other, if you're looking to hedge versus a Pantheon or for a combo. Okay, so we're gonna go do a little check real quick here about 2 decks, right? So we on the left side, we got the Roman Pantheon, and on the right side we got the Chinese Pantheon. On the left side we're gonna see that he's running 5 spells, as opposed to the right side the Chinese Pantheon is running 7. So these guys are in the 5 to 7 range, which is what I said. So you always want to be there. You can go a little bit over it, but you gotta understand you gotta understand what is your goal. So now for early units, we're gonna see 2 Chaos Spawns, 2 Doom Speakers. On the left side, 2 Chaos Spawns, 2 Doom Speakers, 2 Mercuries, and 1 Nox. And that's pretty much 7 units. He went a little bit over the 6, but that's okay. And on the right side, we got 2 Chaos Spawns, 2 OGs, and 2 Hebos. And that's pretty much the max range, which I said to you guys, 4 to 6. Now for mid-range units, they went the same amount, which is 10. We're gonna see 2 Uways, 2 War Behemoth, Venus, 2 Hercules, 1 Janus, 2 Terras. That's on the left side. And then on the right side, we're gonna see 2 Uways, 2 War Behemoth, 2 Shankois, 1 Guan Yu, 2 Aquans, and a San Wukong. For the late game, they go a little bit different, but they still stay on the range, which is 2 or 3. On the left side, we see 2 Blade Masters and 1 Fire Giant, which is 3. And on the right side, we see 2 Blade Masters. Alright my dudes, this is it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you guys stay updated with every content we upload. Lastly, I'm gonna give a shout out to Kenny and Bills for helping me gather information. They were really helpful in the process of making this video. So yeah, and this is about it. I'll see you guys in the next video.